Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shuva, and today we're embarking on a journey together, a journey through words that have the power to reshape our minds, ignite our passions, and fundamentally change the way we see the world. We're going to be counting down the top 10 most life-changing motivational speeches from some of the most inspiring minds of our time. These aren't just speeches, they are powerful transmissions of wisdom, resilience, and purpose. They are invitations to look deeper within ourselves and to find the courage to live a life that is truly aligned with our highest potential. These incredible messages have reached millions, offering comfort in times of doubt, strength in moments of weakness, and clarity when the path forward seems uncertain. Each speech we explore today holds a unique key, a different perspective that can unlock a new level of understanding and motivation within you. Whether you're feeling lost, seeking a spark of inspiration, or simply want to reaffirm your commitment to personal growth, these words will meet you exactly where you are. They remind us that our struggles are universal, but so is our capacity for greatness. So, I invite you to stay present with me, to open your heart and mind to the profound lessons ahead. We'll journey through stories of failure, triumph, love, and loss, and I promise you, there is a message here meant specifically for you. Make sure you watch all the way to the end, because I have a special bonus section where we'll touch upon a few more motivational legends whose wisdom continues to guide so many of us on our paths. Let's begin this incredible exploration together. We begin our countdown at number 10 with a speech that is as poignant as it is profound. Steve Jobs' 2005 commencement address at Stanford University. Standing before a sea of hopeful graduates, Jobs didn't offer a roadmap to success in the traditional sense. Instead, he shared 3 deeply personal stories from his own life, stories about connecting the dots, love and loss and death. He spoke with a raw vulnerability that was so unexpected from a titan of technology, and in doing so, he gave us a timeless lesson on trust. He famously said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards." This is such a powerful reminder for anyone who feels lost or uncertain about their current circumstances. It's an invitation to have faith in the journey, to trust that every experience, every setback, every seemingly random detour is part of a larger, beautiful tapestry that is your life. It's about understanding that the calligraphy class you took, the job you lost, the path you abandoned, it all has a purpose that will only reveal itself in hindsight. Jobs then delved into the theme of love and loss, sharing the story of being fired from Apple, the very company he co-founded. He called it a very public failure, yet he described it as the best thing that could have ever happened to him. It forced him to rediscover the lightness of being a beginner again, which led to one of the most creative periods of his life. This teaches us that our greatest heartbreaks and perceived failures often contain the seeds of our most significant growth. It's a lesson in resilience and the importance of staying true to what you love, even when the world tells you you've failed. His third story, about death, is perhaps the most moving. He spoke of his cancer diagnosis and the realization that remembering you are going to die is the best way to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. Your time is limited, he urged, so don't waste it living someone else's life. This isn't a morbid thought, but a liberating one. It's a call to action to live with intention, to follow your intuition, and to have the courage to pursue your own heart's desires, free from the weight of others' expectations. Ultimately, Jobs' speech is a masterclass in perspective. It encourages us to embrace the full spectrum of human experience, the joy, the pain, the uncertainty, and to trust that it is all leading us somewhere meaningful. He concludes with the simple yet powerful words from the final issue of the Whole Earth catalog. Stay hungry, stay foolish. It's an enduring message to never lose our curiosity, our passion, and our willingness to take risks on the beautiful, unpredictable journey of life. At number 9, we encounter a force of nature, a man whose message is as raw and unfiltered as it is transformative, David Goggins. His Stay Hard compilations are not gentle whispers of encouragement. They are a roaring fire, a wake-up call to the warrior that lies dormant within each of us. Goggins' philosophy is forged in the crucible of unimaginable hardship, from a childhood of abuse to overcoming obesity and enduring the brutal training of the Navy SEALs. His story is a testament to the limitless potential of the human spirit when it refuses to be broken. The core of Goggins' message is the concept of callousing the mind. He teaches that just as our hands develop calluses to withstand physical friction, our minds must be trained to withstand the friction of life, the pain, the self-doubt, the urge to quit. He challenges the modern obsession with comfort, arguing that true growth only happens when we step far beyond our comfort zones. It's in those moments of suffering, when every fiber of our being is screaming at us to stop, that we discover who we truly are and what we are capable of. He introduces powerful mental tools like the cookie jar, where you store all your past victories and accomplishments. When you're facing a new challenge and feel like giving up, you reach into that cookie jar and remind yourself of all the times you've overcome adversity before. This isn't about arrogance. It's about building an internal archive of evidence that proves your own resilience. It's a practical way to combat the negative self-talk that so often derails our progress, and to fuel yourself with the memory of your own strength. Another key concept is the 40% rule. Goggins believes that when our mind tells us we are done, that we are completely exhausted and can't go any further, we are really only at 40% of our true capacity. This idea is revolutionary. It reframes our perception of limits, suggesting that what we think of as our absolute ceiling is, in fact, just the beginning. Pushing past that 40% barrier again and again is how we expand our potential and redefine what is possible for ourselves, not just in fitness, but in every area of our lives. Listening to David Goggins is an intense experience. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those who are ready to stop making excuses and start taking radical ownership of their lives. His words are a powerful catalyst for change. He doesn't offer easy answers or quick fixes. He offers a path of relentless discipline, brutal self-honesty, and the profound empowerment that comes from conquering your own mind. His message is simple and stark. Stay hard. Coming in at number 8 is a speech that speaks directly to the heart of anyone who has ever felt like a failure. In her 2008 Harvard Commencement address, J.K. Rowling, the beloved author of the Harry Potter series, chose not to focus on the dazzling heights of her success, but on the dark and difficult period that preceded it. She spoke with profound wisdom and wit about what she calls the fringe benefits of failure, offering a perspective that is both comforting and incredibly empowering. Rowling described her life in her late 20s as a complete failure by any conventional standard. Her marriage had imploded. She was jobless, a lone parent, and as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. It was a period of immense darkness, yet she calls it the foundation on which she rebuilt her life. She explains that failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. She stopped pretending to be anything other than what she was and began to direct all her energy into finishing the only work that mattered to her. This is such a crucial insight. Failure, she argues, can be liberating. It frees us from the fear of failure itself, which can be paralyzing. When you've hit rock bottom, you have a solid foundation upon which to build. It forces you to discover your true self and your inner strength. Rowling's story is a powerful testament to the idea that our lowest moments can become our greatest teachers, providing us with a clarity and resolve that we might never have found otherwise. Beyond failure, Rowling spoke beautifully about the power of imagination. She wasn't just talking about the ability to invent stories. She was talking about the uniquely human capacity to empathize, to put ourselves in the shoes of others, especially those who are less fortunate. She urged the graduates to use their status and influence to raise their voices for those who have no voice. Imagination, in her view, is the wellspring of all empathy and the catalyst for positive change in the world. J.K. Rowling's speech is a gentle yet firm reminder that life is not a checklist of acquisitions and achievements. It is about resilience, the strength you discover in your darkest hours, and the human connection you forge through empathy. She teaches us that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a vital part of the journey toward it. Her story gives us permission to embrace our own struggles, knowing that they are not just survivable, but can be the very source of our greatest power. Chapter 4. At number 7, we turn to a true legend of motivation, a man whose voice alone can totally stir your soul, the incomparable Les Brown. In his signature speech, "You Gotta Be Hungry," Brown unleashes a torrent of passion, energy, and unwavering belief in human potential. His style is this powerful blend of personal storytelling, electrifying delivery, and honestly some really profound life lessons. He doesn't just speak to you, he speaks through you, awakening a deep-seated hunger for a better life. Les Brown's own story is central to his message. Labeled educable, mentally retarded as a child and born into poverty, he defied every limitation placed upon him. He shares these stories not for sympathy but to prove a point. It's not what happens to you that matters, but what you do about it. He constantly repeats the mantra, "You have greatness within you," hammering it home until it bypasses your cynical mind and lodges itself directly in your heart. His life is the ultimate proof that your circumstances do not have to define your destiny. A key theme in his message is the power of hunger. This isn't just a desire for success. It's a deep, relentless, non-negotiable need to fulfill your potential. He tells the story of a young man who wants to be successful and is taken to the ocean by a guru who holds his head underwater. Just as the young man is about to pass out, the guru pulls him up and says, "When you want to succeed as bad as you wanted to breathe, then you'll be successful." This really visceral analogy perfectly captures the level of desire Brown believes is necessary to achieve anything truly great. He also emphasizes the importance of your story. He encourages everyone to take ownership of their narrative and to understand that their struggles, their pain, and their challenges are what give them their power. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality, he declares. This is a powerful call to reclaim your identity from the negative labels and limiting beliefs that may have been imposed on you by others or by yourself. You are the author of your life story, and you can decide how the next chapter is written. Listening to Les Brown is like receiving a direct infusion of hope and determination. His energy is infectious, his belief in you is absolute, and his message is timeless. He reminds us that we are all born with unique gifts, and that it is our responsibility to cultivate them. He challenges us to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, "Is this all I've got?" His speech is a powerful call to action to unleash the greatness within and to live a life that is truly hungry for purpose. Chapter 5. Our journey now brings us to number 6, with a speech that is less of a motivational rally and more of a philosophical exploration of a life well lived. Matthew McConaughey's 2015 commencement address at the University of Houston is a masterclass in authenticity, introspection, and redefining our relationship with happiness. With his signature laid-back charisma, McConaughey offers a series of profound and sometimes unconventional life lessons that invite us to think deeply about what truly matters. He begins by challenging the very concept of happiness. He argues that happiness is an outcome, a result of our actions, and that constantly chasing it is a fool's errand. Instead, he suggests we focus on joy. Joy, he explains, is a constant. It's the feeling we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, regardless of the outcome. This subtle but powerful distinction shifts our focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. It's about finding joy in the process, in the work itself, rather than banking our emotional well-being on a specific result. McConaughey then shares his concept of defining success for yourself. He urges the graduates to move away from society's metrics of money, power, and fame, and instead, to create their own personal definitions. He uses the metaphor of life not being easy, advising, do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. This is a call for radical personal responsibility. It's about understanding that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond and what we choose to value. One of his most memorable points is the idea of unbelievably, we have a hero in our life. But the hero he speaks of is not someone else. It's ourselves 10 years in the future. He explains that his hero is always 10 years away. This creates a constant state of aspiration. It means he never arrives, he is never done. There is always a better version of himself to chase, providing endless motivation and a reason to keep growing, learning, and evolving. It's a brilliant way to frame personal development as an infinite, exciting game. McConaughey's speech is a rich tapestry of wisdom, encouraging us to be the architects of our own lives. He talks about the importance of gratitude, of recognizing the green lights in our lives, and of dissecting our failures to find the lessons within. It's a call to live with more intention, more self-awareness, and a greater sense of personal freedom. He leaves us with the feeling that the most interesting and fulfilling life is the one we design for ourselves, based on our own values, not the one prescribed to us by others. All right. Chapter 6. At the halfway point at number 5, we explore an idea so simple yet so powerful that it has fundamentally changed how leaders and organizations think about purpose. I'm talking about Simon Syninek and his groundbreaking TED Talk, Start With Why. This speech isn't about rah-rah motivation in the traditional sense. It's a deep intellectual dive into the biology of human decision-making and what truly inspires us to act. Syninek presents a framework that can be applied to everything from building a business to living a more fulfilled life. Synek's central thesis is the golden circle. He draws 3 concentric circles on a flip chart. The outer circle is what. Every organization on the planet knows what they do. The middle circle is how. Some know how they do what they do, their unique selling proposition. But the inner circle, the core, is why. Very few people or organizations can clearly articulate why they do what they do. And by why, he doesn't mean to make a profit. He means what is your purpose, your cause, your belief? Why does your organization exist? He brilliantly connects this concept to the biology of the human brain. The what corresponds to our neocortex, the part of our brain responsible for rational and analytical thought. The how and why correspond to our limbic system, which is responsible for all our feelings like trust and loyalty and all human behavior and decision-making. This is why when we communicate from the inside out, starting with why, we are talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior. It's how we inspire action and build loyalty that goes beyond a simple transaction. Syninek uses powerful examples, most famously Apple. He notes that if Apple were like everyone else, their marketing message would be, "We make great computers. They're beautifully designed and simple to use. Want to buy one?" Instead, Apple communicates with their why. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed and simple to use. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? See the difference? We are drawn to their purpose, not just their product. This concept transcends business and becomes a profound tool for personal discovery. What is your why? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? What is the purpose that drives you? When you can articulate your personal why, it becomes a filter for every decision you make. It gives you clarity on which career path to take, what relationships to nurture, and how to spend your time. It becomes the source of your passion and your resilience when you face challenges. Synek's speech is an invitation to go on that journey of discovery, to find the purpose at your core, and to lead a life of intention and inspiration. Okay, so prepare for an adrenaline shot to the soul as we arrive at number 4 with the phenomenal Eric Thomas, also known as E.T. the hip-hop preacher. His speech, How Bad Do You Want It?, is honestly a raw, high-octane sermon on the nature of sacrifice, hustle, and what it truly takes to achieve your dreams. E.T.'s delivery is electrifying. He paces the stage, his voice rising from a whisper to a roar, creating an energy that is absolutely contagious. He speaks from a place of deep personal experience, having been homeless and a high school dropout before transforming his life. The central narrative of this speech is the story he tells about a young man who wants to make a lot of money and seeks out a guru. This is the same powerful story Les Brown tells, but E.T. delivers it with his own unique, visceral intensity. He describes the guru taking the young man to the beach and holding his head underwater, the visceral struggle, the burning in the lungs, the desperate fight for air. E.T. makes you feel it. And then, the lesson is stark and unforgettable. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. This powerful metaphor just totally cuts through all the noise about motivation. It's not about wanting it a little bit or thinking it would be nice to have. It's about an all-consuming, desperate need. E.T. challenges the audience, asking them what they are willing to give up. I'm here to tell you today that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad, you just kind of want it. He calls out the distractions, the partying, the hitting the snooze button, the desire for comfort, and forces a moment of radical self-honesty. He emphasizes the concept of pain as temporary. He talks about the pain of studying, the pain of working out, the pain of sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term gain. He argues that this pain may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. But if you quit, that pain will last forever. This totally reframes struggle, not as something to be avoided, but as a necessary rite of passage on the path to greatness. Eric Thomas's message is a gut check. It's a call to elevate your work ethic to match your ambition. He speaks of the 120% rule of giving everything you have and then some. He's the voice in your head that tells you to get up when you want to stay down, to study when you want to sleep, to push when you want to quit. For anyone who needs to be reminded of the grit and sacrifice required to turn a dream into reality, E.T.'s words are the ultimate fuel for the fire. As we enter our top 3, we encounter a speech that honestly transcends motivation and ventures into the realm of spiritual awakening. At number 3 is Jim Carrey's 2014 commencement address at Maharishi University of Management. Known for his wild comedic genius, Carrey revealed a depth of philosophical and spiritual insight that was both surprising and, wow, profoundly moving. He spoke about purpose, identity, and the fundamental choice we all face in life, the choice between love and fear. Carrey's core message revolves around the idea that our true purpose is not tied to a specific job or achievement, but to discovering and sharing our unique gift with the world. He shared the story of his father, who could have been a great comedian, but chose a safe job as an accountant. When his father was laid off, Carrey learned a powerful lesson. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. This is such a powerful permission slip to follow our passions, even when the path is uncertain. He then delves deeper, questioning the very nature of the self we are trying to please. He talks about the ego, the constructed identity that we build to navigate the world, and the importance of seeing beyond it. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world, he warns. He encourages us to let go of our concern for what others think and to embrace our true, authentic selves. The goal isn't to create a perfect image for the world, but to let the world see who we truly are. The most powerful part of his speech is the dichotomy he presents between love and fear. As far as I can tell, he says, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it, while letting go of how it comes to pass. He explains that so many of our decisions are based in fear, disguised as practicality. We fear failure, we fear judgment, we fear the unknown. He invites us to consciously choose love instead. Love for ourselves, love for our dreams, and love for others. Choosing love is an act of faith, a release of control, and an opening to infinite possibilities. Jim Carrey's speech is a beautiful, funny, and deeply spiritual meditation on life. It's a reminder that we are more than our accomplishments and more than our fears. He encourages us to be a beacon of light in the world, to serve the good, and to take a chance on our hearts. It's a call to awaken to the present moment and to realize that the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. In the runner-up spot at number 2, we have a speech that is direct, powerful, and packed with actionable advice from a man who has achieved monumental success in multiple arenas, Arnold Schwarzenegger. His 6 Rules for Success speech is a no-nonsense guide to achieving your goals, delivered with his characteristic confidence and charm. Arnold's journey from a small village in Austria to becoming a world champion bodybuilder, a Hollywood superstar, and the governor of California is, honestly, the ultimate proof that his rules work. Rule number 1 is to trust yourself. Arnold emphasizes the importance of digging deep down and asking who you want to be. Not what, but who. This is about finding your own vision, independent of the expectations of your parents, teachers, or peers. He speaks of the naysayers, the people who will tell you your dream is impossible. His advice is simple. Don't listen to them. Trust your own gut, your own intuition, and the vision you have for your life. Rule number 2 is to break the rules. He clarifies that he doesn't mean breaking the law, but breaking the rules of conformity. It's impossible to be a maverick or a true original if you're too well-behaved and don't want to break the rules. You have to think outside the box. This is a call to be a trailblazer, to challenge the status quo, and to not be afraid of ruffling a few feathers on your way to creating something new and extraordinary. His other rules are just as potent. Don't be afraid to fail. He stresses that you can't be paralyzed by the fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. Ignore the naysayers, a reinforcement of his first rule. Work your butt off. He makes it clear that there are no shortcuts. You have to put in the hours. He famously said, "You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets." And finally, rule number 6, give something back. This is about finding a purpose beyond yourself and contributing to your community and the world. What makes Arnold's speech so effective is its simplicity and authenticity. These aren't complex theories. They are fundamental principles forged through decades of relentless effort and ambition. He doesn't sugarcoat the process. He tells you it's going to be hard work, you're going to face criticism, and you're going to fail. But he also instills an unshakable belief that if you follow these rules, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. It's a powerful blueprint for success from one of the most iconic figures of our time. And now, we've arrived at our number 1 most life-changing motivational speech. This is a message of grace, faith, and profound wisdom from one of the greatest actors of his generation, Denzel Washington. His Fall Forward speech, delivered at the University of Pennsylvania, is a masterclass in reframing our relationship with failure. It's a speech that soothes the soul while simultaneously lighting a fire within it. It's a message that I believe everyone needs to hear, no matter where they are on their journey. Denzel begins by acknowledging that in life, you will inevitably fail. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at things. There's no getting around it. But instead of fearing this, he offers a new perspective. He says, every failed experiment is one step closer to success. He encourages us to see failure not as a dead end, but as a redirection. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to pivot towards a better path. This is the essence of falling forward. He shares personal stories of his own failures, like auditioning for a part and not getting it. But then he reveals that this led him to a different play, which ultimately led him to meet his wife. This beautifully illustrates the idea that sometimes our greatest perceived setbacks are actually blessings in disguise, guiding us toward the people and experiences we are truly meant to have. It's a powerful lesson in trusting the process and having faith that things are working out for our highest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. A central theme of his speech is consistency and discipline. Dreams without goals are just dreams, he says, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. He stresses the importance of having goals, daily, weekly, monthly, and applying discipline and consistency to achieve them. He reminds us that hard work works. It's not about waiting for a magical moment of inspiration, It's about showing up every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it, and putting in the work. Finally, Denzel's speech is anchored in faith. He encourages the graduates to put God first in everything they do and to be grateful for what they have. Don't just aspire to make a living, he urges. Aspire to make a difference. This elevates the entire message from a simple guide to success to a profound call to a life of purpose and service. Denzel Washington's Fall Forward is our number one because it encapsulates so many essential truths. Embrace failure, be disciplined, have faith, and use your gifts to lift others up. It is a truly life-changing message. And there you have it. 10 of the most powerful and life-changing speeches that have ever been shared. From Steve Jobs' call to trust the journey to Denzel Washington's wisdom to fall forward, each message offers a unique and profound perspective on how to live a more purposeful and resilient life. These words are not meant to be heard just once. They are meant to be revisited, to be absorbed, and to become a part of the way we think and act. They are tools for our journey, and I hope they have sparked something powerful within you today. The inspiration doesn't have to stop here. If you're looking to dive even deeper into the world of motivation and personal growth, I highly encourage you to explore the work of some other incredible legends. Check out Mel Robbins for her powerful insights on taking action with the 5-second rule, Tony Robbins for his unmatched energy and strategies for peak performance, and I also humbly invite you to explore my own work with the On Purpose podcast, where we have conversations that aim to make wisdom go viral. There is a universe of inspiration waiting for you. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 10 speeches resonated with you the most? Was there a particular quote or story that struck a chord in your heart? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a community of inspiration right here. Your story and your perspective matter. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next journey together. Until next time, live with purpose.